In South Korea, there are several taboos that will leave you extremely shocked. Many people talk about its neighbor, North Korea, but few talk about one of the most interesting countries. And know that you will leave this video with your jaw dropped. Want to bet? Join us and let's go. Number 17. Men's makeup. Despite their reputation for being overly macho, South Korean men are obsessed with cosmetics. It turns out that South Korean men spend close to $900 million a year on makeup. BB cream is the product of choice, but facial cleansers, anti-aging moisturizers, and eye creams are also extremely popular. There are even TV shows dedicated to the subject of male makeovers. Up to 20% of the male population, known as the prep tribe, wear makeup regularly, but it's not so much about fashion as it is about business. The South Korean job market is extremely competitive, and wearing makeup is part of the game. These guys want to make a good impression at their job interviews by hiding their blemishes and looking like celebrities. It seems that in Korea, makeup really does make the man. Number 16. Alcohol. In the corporate environment, alcohol consumption represents much more than a simple relaxed encounter, constituting a complex strategy for strengthening professional and personal relationships. The phenomenon known as hwesik has become a fundamental element in the dynamics of interpersonal relationships in the South Korean workplace. These meetings, which can occur monthly or even weekly, function as spaces where hierarchies are respected, bonds are built, and group cohesion is strategically cultivated through specific alcohol consumption rituals. The rules governing alcohol consumption are extremely elaborate and reveal sophisticated nuances of respect and consideration. When a superior or older person serves a drink, the recipient must demonstrate reverence by holding the glass with both hands, signaling submission and recognition of the sender's social position. Conversely, when serving drinks to someone older, the individual must use both hands to handle the bottle, reinforcing the protocol of respect. Number 15. No tips. Be careful when paying for your meal in South Korea, especially if you're from the US, to make sure you pay the exact amount, rather than leaving a tip on top, as tipping waiters is often seen as an insult. This is because waiters are well paid, so they don't rely on tips to increase their wages. Great news! You'll be able to save money so you can eat out more often. I have a question for you. First, I'd like to tell you that it's possible to keep up with the biggest curiosities of our world every day. But for that, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, have you subscribed yet? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Now that you've done that, let's go. Number 14. The Boryong Mud Festival. Since 1998, millions of people from all over the world have flocked to the Boryong Mud Festival, which is exactly what it sounds like. For 10 glorious days, revelers ignore everything their mothers ever told them about playing in the mud. Originally conceived as a way to advertise mud cosmetics, this popular Korean festival has grown enormously, attracting 3 million people in 2012 alone, including 22,000 foreigners. The gray clay is shipped from the Boryong Plains to Daecheon Beach, where people participate in mud massages, mud photo contests, mud marathons, and best of all, mud wrestling contests. Top it all off with concerts and parties, and you have a festival that will cheer up any stubborn person. Number 13. The plastic surgery capital of the world. South Korea is not only the home of K-pop, but also the world's epicenter of cosmetic transformations. With an incredible 20 million surgical procedures performed each year, the country has set a completely different global standard for beauty. In districts like Gangnam, plastic surgery is not just a medical procedure, but almost a social rite of passage. South Korean doctors perform procedures that go far beyond simple rhinoplasties. Modifying the jawbone to create the perfect heart shape has become a true art form. Striking statistics reveal that approximately 20% of South Korean women between the ages of 20 and 50 have undergone at least one cosmetic procedure. The search for aesthetic perfection transcends mere beauty standards, becoming a true culture. Young people consider plastic surgery as a personal investment, something as common as buying a new smartphone or taking a specialization course. Number 12. Couples dressed alike. In South Korea, couples dressed in identical outfits are not seen as tacky, but as an adorable expression of love. On the streets of Seoul, it's common to see couples wearing matching shirts, shoes, and even pants, as if they were straight out of a Korean drama. This trend extends beyond just new couples. Long-term relationships are also enthusiastically embracing the custom. More than just a fashion statement, it represents a public symbol of togetherness and commitment, heavily influenced by Korean pop culture of K-dramas and idols. For South Koreans, matching clothes is not just about appearance. but about sharing a unique identity and connection. Number 11. Entertainment and pop culture. South Korea has become a global entertainment phenomenon, exporting culture like few other countries have managed to do. K-pop, dramas, cinema, and digital culture have created a global impact that transcends borders, transforming the country into a true producer of global trends. Groups like BTS, films like Parasite, and series like Sound of Six demonstrate South Korea's cultural power. The entertainment industry is not just an economic sector, but a true machine of global cultural influence. The country has managed to transform its soft power into one of the greatest soft diplomacy strategies in the contemporary world, winning hearts and minds through culture. Number 10. Personality revealed by blood type. In South Korea, asking about blood type is not a medical consultation, but a method of personality analysis. Unlike the West, which uses zodiac signs, here South Koreans draw personality profiles based on blood type. Type A, you are seen as a perfectionist and sensitive. Type B, creative and optimistic, but potentially considered a bit selfish. Type O, the natural leader with commanding tendencies. Type AB, a unique, rational, but sometimes unpredictable individual. These ratings fuel social conversations and are taken so seriously that they can influence everything from relationships to professional opportunities. Number 9. The peculiar calculation of age. South Korea has a unique age counting system. When a baby is born, he or she is considered to be 1 year old, recognizing the time spent developing in the womb as an integral part of life. This philosophical perspective reflects a profound understanding of the life cycle. Even more surprising is the custom of everyone gaining a year every new year, regardless of their date of birth. This means that a person born in December, a few weeks before the new year, will already be considered 2 years old in January. To calculate Korean age, simply subtract your birth year from the current year and add 1. So someone born in 1990 and 2024 would be 35 years old in the international count, but 36 in the Korean count. Number 8. School uniforms. In South Korea, school uniforms have transcended their original function to become a cultural and fashion phenomenon. Far from being just school attire, they represent personal style and institutional pride. Influenced by pop culture, especially TV series and K-pop idols, uniforms have become a fashion item. Students wear them with pride not only at school but also at cafes, gatherings, and social events. Each school has its own design with seasonal variations for winter and summer. Elegant blazers, crisp shirts, ties, and tailored skirts or pants create sophisticated looks. Accessories like scarves, fun socks, and trendy shoes personalize the look even more. Number 7. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day in South Korea completely transcends the traditional concept of a single holiday. It has evolved into an elaborate series of themed days that celebrate love in unique and creative ways. On February 14th, women are the ones who present chocolates to men, completely reversing the global pattern. But the story doesn't stop there. Each month brings a new layer of romantic celebration, creating an intricate calendar of displays of affection. South Koreans have transformed love into a true art of celebration, where each date has its own special meaning and its own rituals of romantic expression. Number 6. Jjimjilbangs. South Korean jjimjilbangs are much more than just bathhouses. They are cultural centers of relaxation, health, and socializing. In these spaces, families, friends, and couples come together to relieve stress and experience a variety of wellness treatments. The experience begins with undressing in gender-segregated changing rooms, where nudity is seen as natural and unashamed. Different pools with varying temperatures, salt rock rooms, and relaxation spaces offer a complete therapeutic journey. But jjimjilbangs go beyond bathing. Many offer restaurants, cafes, entertainment areas with karaoke, and even overnight accommodations. Professional massages and full-body scrubs are common services, transforming these spaces into true sanctuaries of well-being. Number 5. The curious absence of public waste bins. One of the most surprising aspects of South Korea is the near-total absence of public trash cans on the streets. This apparent inconvenience hides a deep philosophy of environmental responsibility and social awareness. The South Korean government has intentionally removed trash cans to combat the illegal dumping of household waste. As a direct consequence, citizens are forced to carry their waste around until they find appropriate disposal sites. Far from being a problem, this has turned into an impressive exercise in civic duty. In subway stations and public restrooms, a few strategically placed trash cans serve as collection points. For visitors, this may seem like a challenge, But for locals, it is simply part of the culture of respecting the environment. Number 4. High-tech public restrooms. South Korea's public toilets are truly technological masterpieces that defy visitors' imaginations. Far from being simple sanitary facilities, these spaces look like they've come straight out of a science fiction film, equipped with features that transform a basic necessity into a luxurious experience. Heated seats, customizable automatic flushing systems, and odor-neutralizing features are just the beginning. Each public restroom resembles a high-tech device, with control panels that can confuse even the most tech-savvy. The impeccable cleanliness and modern design ensure that using a public restroom in South Korea is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Visitors often need a brief lesson to decipher the multiple buttons and functions, but once mastered, these bathrooms become almost a tourist attraction in their own right. Number 3. Coffee culture and work. Cafes in South Korea are much more than just places to drink coffee. They are spaces for work, socializing, and cultural expression. Each cafe is carefully designed with elaborate themed decorations that go far beyond the traditional idea of a commercial establishment. It's common to see people working for hours in extremely well-equipped cafes, with work areas, plenty of power outlets, and high-speed internet. Some cafes are themed, ranging from places that celebrate animals to spaces that look like interactive museums. South Korean coffee culture has transformed the simple act of drinking coffee into a completely unique social and professional experience. Number 2. The revolution against dog meat consumption. An extraordinary social movement has completely transformed perceptions of dogs in South Korea. Recent surveys show a radical shift in behavior, with over 60% of the population supporting a complete ban on dog meat consumption. Dogs, once seen as a potential source of food, are now celebrated as loving companions. Pet cafes are popping up in major cities, symbolizing this profound cultural shift. Influenced by international animal rights movements, South Koreans have quickly redefined the role of dogs in their society. On the streets of Seoul, it is difficult to find restaurants that still serve dog meat. The change is not only legislative, but also behavioral, representing a significant social evolution in recent decades. Number 1. Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue is not simply a method of preparing meat, but a complete cultural experience. Imagine yourself sitting around a charcoal grill in the center of the table, personally preparing each piece of meat for yourself and your friends. The experience begins with elaborate marinades of soy sauce, sesame oil, and garlic. Cuts such as samgyeopsal, pork belly, are grilled to perfection, accompanied by a variety of side dishes known as banchan. The real art comes in wrapping the meat in lettuce leaves, adding some rice, kimchi, and ssamjang sauce. Soju, a traditional liquor, completes the experience. Each sip between bites of meat cleanses the palate, creating a dance of flavors that goes far beyond a simple meal. Now, how about learning about some strange things that only exist in North Korea? I'm gonna leave this video on the screen for you to watch, so click on it. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.